Good morning, everybody. It's Grandpa Thompson, and we are back with the Thunder Valley Racing League. I know I'm a little bit late, but it's the weekend. We may start doing our broadcasts on the weekend just to help me out just a little bit. But here we are. We are at Lime Rock in the Street Stock Series. We got 2 races left here with the Street Stock Series before we start handing out those RBC trophies to all of our drivers, or at least the top 3. Yeah, we're on a road course today. Let's get our introduction here. We got up front, taking off early, is Vernon Harris, probably Jamison Howell in the number 5 car. The number 45 is Brent Grandpa Thompson. That's Shane Harbin in the 21. The number 60 is Anthony Eli. Chad Thompson in the number 70 car. Jason Woodridge in the 740. Then we got the number 17 of Jamie the Sleeper Howell. Damon Leonard, and the number 180, 84 is Ward Fisher, number 047, Paul Majivka. John the Ditch Digger is in number 64. Steve Clark showing in the 50, the 36 showing is Kenny Douglas. Out here on our road course, get up front and see Vernon Harris as he is in that number 6 car heading down into the downhill. Going to be heading down the front stretch for the first time in lap number 1. Made it through clean. No wrecks so far that we can tell. Everybody seems to be cruising along pretty good. This is the only road course this season for this series here at Lime Rock. These street stocks actually do fairly well on the road courses. A little bit of an off track there by Jason Woodridge. Got a little grass on the wheels. Managed to get it back on the pavement. Everybody seems to be doing a really great job right now, racing down through here on this road course. Don't see anybody around yet. Nobody in the pits yet that we can tell. Jaleel Bennett, a little slow on the track out there. Number 989. New driver here with the Thunder Valley Racing League. Might have a little damage there. Can't really tell for sure on that right front tire. Don't see anybody in the pits at the moment. Our leader, Vernon Harris, into turn number 1, that long sweeping turn. There will be some problems in turn 1. That's usually where most of them have an issue. They'll come out of that long straightaway and miss the entrance to the turn there, and off into the grass they'll go. Probably Jamison Howell got about a 1.3 second is behind the leader Vernon. Shane Harbin about 3.7 seconds back in the 21 car. Brent Grandpa Thompson right on Shane's tail, and right behind him Anthony Eli. There's your battle right there for 3rd place. Shane Harbin, Brent Grandpa Thompson, and Anthony Eli. Anthony Eli down on the inside is going to have the inside run to the corner. Everybody's going to have to get on the brakes and roll it up and get through the corner safe. Round turn one there. Come out of turn one okay. Little bit of grass there for Anthony Eli. Grandpa right on his bumper. Through the S's they go and down in towards the uphill. Big battle back here. Number 70, Chad Okie Budman Thompson holding on to 6th place. Several cars lined up behind him. Jason Woldridge, Jamie the Sleeper Howe, Damian Leonard, and Ward Fisher all lined up right there, trying to find their way through the uphill and down the downhill. Everybody chasing the number 70. Mike Heminger in that number 1 car down on the inside, going to make the pass down the straightaway. Chad Okie Bud Thompson off into the grass. Several cars into the grass there. Looks like the 45, Brent Grandpa Thompson, got into the wall. He's going to have to bring it down into the pits. Yep, he's headed into the pits to get some repairs. Looked like he took a hard lick into the wall. So that's our first victim today out here on the road course, is the Grandpa. Out front, Vernon Harris still leads the field with Jamison Howell behind him. Anthony Eli and Shane Harbin in 3rd and 4th position. Shane beginning to close the gap just a little bit. Got it down to about a second now. As the number 60, Anthony Eli, gets a little sideways coming out of the corner there. This battle back here for 5th, 6th, 7th place still going on, as Damian Leonard tries to catch up with Okie Budman. Jamie the Sleeper Howe back there watching the goings on. Ward Fisher back there. Oh, we got one around. Paul Majivka into the wall hard. Let's back up and see if we can see what happened to Paul there. Not sure if they got together there. See if we can get a look at it. That's Paul Majivka in the number 47 Pickle Gang car. Right on his back there's Ditch Digger. They come through the corner together. Oh, he just got off into the grass there. Both of them got a little bit of grass. Oh, and yeah, Paul had trouble recovering it there and got it sideways a couple times and bashed it into the wall. And oh, it's just past the pit entrance. Just missed the pit entrance. He's going to have to try to limp that car all the way around the track. Bad luck for Paul. He was running in 12th place there in the old 47. Oh, he's having trouble turning that car. Yep, it's broke. He's going to have to call a tow truck. That's going to be a long tow for Paul there. So we've had 2 victims now of the pits. Paul Majivka and Brent Thompson are both in the pit row. Jamie the Sleeper Howe now showing up there in 8th. Big battle right here still going on. Everybody trying to catch that number 70 Okie Budman car. Number 17, the Sleeper. 84, Ward Fisher. You can see everybody starting to get a little bit of dirt there as they come out of that corner. That's the downhill. And of course, turn number 1, this corner right here, is the one that most people have an issue getting it slowed down. Making passes, though, that's the best place to do it. There you go. Perfect demonstration of overshooting that corner right there. They get together just a little bit as Damian Ward gets into the back of Jason Woldridge. As Jason Woldridge lost control of that car a little bit, was all up in the grass. Still don't quite have a handle on it. He's trying to get it together. Those tires probably got some grass on them or something. A little dirt on the wheels. Chad Thompson still holding on to that 6th position. Mike Hemminger's managed to make his way up into 5th. Oh, we got a crash. We got a big crash to 17, Jamie Howell. Let's back him up and see if we can see what happened to Jamie Howell there. Number 70 was involved. I'm going to back it up here and get another look and see what happened as they came over the hill there. Number 70 gets a little sideways, gets it sideways, tried to catch it and gather it up. Here comes Jamie Howell is carrying all that speed. Nope, 70 doesn't save it, gets into the wall. Bounces off the wall and gets, and the front end comes around and catches Jamie Howell, the sleeper, sends him flying. Ward Fisher trying to hang on to it, manages to get around him, but Chad had no way of stopping it there. He comes back out onto the track a little bit and gets a hold of another car there. That's the number 180. Damian Lillard gets a piece of that there and comes around into the wall. 17, Jamie Howell gets a piece of that, and of course Chad Okie Budman Thompson gets a piece of it, and around they come into the dirt and grass and all over the place. We'll back it up one more time and take a quick look at it in real time and watch what happens there. So now we got several cars in the pits, falling prey to the road course here with the street stocks. The Thunder Valley Racing League, brought to you by RBC Trophies out of Stigler, Oklahoma this season. Big shout out to them. Didn't have our HHR start zone today. We were a standing start. Big shout out to HHR Racing Series. They will be sponsoring the pole setters for the Street Stock Series next season. Just 2 races left. Mike Heminger, I believe, is our points leader at the moment. Trying to chase down that illustrious RBC trophy. Be sure to check out rbc-trophies.com on the World Wide Web if you're looking for some trophies for your league. Let them know Thunder Valley Racing League sent you, and that's where you heard about them, was right here on the TVR Esport channel. Get yourself some trophies for your winners. Up front, Vernon Harris still leads the field. Not by much, though. Jamison Howell, that number 5 car, is right on Vernon's bumper. Vernon getting a little wiggle there, coming to the downhill. They go through the last turn onto the front stretch, across the start-finish line. Vernon Harris is currently in the lead, but Jamison Howell is giving him a fit out there on the road course. Here comes the number 5. Took a little bit of a look, maybe just to get into his mirror a little bit. Let him know he was back there. Let's see if we can't ride along one lap here with Mr. Jamison Howell as he chases down Vernon Harris. Red lining it over the top of the hill there. Here's the downhill, last turn into the front stretch. Let's take a full lap around Lime Rock Park. Start finish line was right there. This is turn number 1. Hard into the brakes. Try to keep the car from sliding. You have to slow it down for turn 2 right here. Back on the gas hard, trying to keep the rear end under the car. Another hard on the brake turn into this left-hander. And you let the car kind of ride through the corner here into some downhill. Down through No Name Straight to the uphill. Hard right into the uphill. You want to let the tires dig in right here. Through the last corner. Down the front stretch. Big slide there out of Vernon up front. Across the start-finish line. Probably Jamison Howell still running in second place, but trying hard, as you can see, to try to track down Vernon Harris. Vernon Harris doing everything he can to hang on to that lead. We cycle through all of the cars on the field and see the positions. Shane Harbin at 21, showing 17 or 18 seconds behind the leader. Ward Fisher got Mike Heminger right on his tail. They have swapped positions. Mike Heminger is now caught up to Ward Fisher is what happened. Ward is trying to hold him off and hang on to that 5th place, top 5 position for Ward Fisher right now, but I guarantee you Mike Heminger is a hard one to keep back there. Big challenge for Mr. Fisher there, holding off Mike Heminger, the number 1 car. Ditch Digger managed to find his way past Okie Budman. Okie Budman was involved in that big crash earlier today, a couple laps ago. Finds himself in 11th position, so he's trying to find his brother on the track. They're both showing a lap down to 45. Paul Majivka back out of the track, showing in 12th position, 2 laps down. He's also one of the cars involved in an accident. Anthony Eli in 2nd place in the number 60 car. Vernon Harrison 3rd. Probably Jamison is now in 1st place in the number 5 car. We have had an accident out of the track. I'm not sure if we'll be able to find it. Right here it is. Here it is, right here. Vernon Harris got together with Jamison Howell. Let's take a look at that in slow motion. They're coming into the corner. Vernon is hard on the brakes. Caught a little curb bump there. Got a little sideways and slowed it down hard coming through the corner. I'm not sure if Jamison Howell had a chance to woe it up in time. Just got into the back of Vernon Harris there, and Vernon Harris down into the grass. Gonna work his way back out onto the track. Gets it back out onto the track, but not before he is passed by several cars, and puts him back into 3rd position now behind Anthony Eli. I'm not sure how much damage he has to that car. Vernon Harris moves back to 3rd position after having a bad corner and getting the rear end just smashed in. Another bad corner there by Jamie the Sleeper Howell. He's showing in 9th place. Gonna let the leaders by. There's the number 45 showing in 10th right now, being chased by his brother, the Okie Budman. He's currently showing in 11th. Not sure what the gap is between the two of them. Quite a bit, looks like. Looks like Okie Budman just crossed the start-finish line. About half a lap distance between the two. Anthony Eli, 5.3 seconds behind the leader, Jamison Howell. Jamison Howell, that number 5 car, took a little bit of damage on the front of his car. Not sure how bad it is. Definitely has the front end of it caved in just a little bit. Approximately 4 to 5 laps left in this race. 20-minute race. Lap 14 right now. A lot of rear end wiggle by Jamison there. He may have a little bit of damage to that car, not real sure. Still holding on to 1st position. 5.6 seconds back to Anthony Eli. You can watch that gap to see if Anthony can close that gap up any at all. Right now, Vernon Harris is on the tail end of Anthony trying to get his position back. That Vernon Harris is fast in that number 6 as he makes a big challenge on Anthony Eli. Down the front stretch they go into turn number 1. Is a place where most of the cars try to make their move. They use that draft to get up tight and then duck to the inside at the last second. Vernon chooses to follow him through. Oh, Anthony makes a big mistake. Gets it really loose, and Vernon takes advantage down on the inside. Makes the pass and shuttles his car down up underneath Anthony Eli. Anthony's going to have to get up behind him and try to follow him through. But does he have the speed to take over Vernon? I'm not sure he has the speed to be able to keep up with Vernon. We're going to find out as they come down through the S's into the uphill. Vernon already starting to put a little bit of a gap on Anthony. Anthony needs to be careful not to overcook the tires trying to catch up with him. Oh, he's into the grass just a little bit. Down through the front stretch they go. I don't think he's got enough draft to catch him. Vernon Harris takes over second position. He's got a big job to chase down Jamison Howell, though. That's a 5-second gap. That is a big gap to cover in just a few more laps. Shane Harbin, the number 21, has managed to work his way into fourth position. Nice and comfortable, lots of clean air, nice clean looking race car. Shane's kept the paint on that car all day long. Managed to keep it out of the grass. Finds himself in fourth place. Ward Fisher, that 84, doing a good job today. He's got himself a top 5 right now. Mike Heminger is currently showing in 6th and has not been able to chase down Ward Fisher. Currently in a battle with the Ditch Digger right now. Ditch Digger showing in 6th. Mike Heminger showing in 7th. But Mike must have made a little bit of a mistake there out on the track and got him slowed down a little bit, lost a few more positions as he makes another little mistake right there on the uphill. Mike Heminger, I think he's the points leader in street stock, but road courses are not his thing, and he's going to have to try to hold on to 6th here as Jason Woolridge tries to chase him down. Find our leader, Jamison Howell, out on the track. The gap is starting to close. 3.9 seconds back to Vernon Harris, but the laps are winding down quickly. We've got one in the pits. Came in for repairs or tires. Look like Jason Woolridge. That gap is getting short. Here comes Vernon Harris, 3.9 seconds behind the leader. Jamison Howell with the damage to the front right of that car, looking to win this race. Maybe taking the flag this time by. To the downhill he goes, being followed by Vernon Harris. Vernon Harris trying to close the gap. Not quite getting it done. Down the front stretch he comes. That is the start-finish line right there. Across the start-finish line he goes. Everybody into turn number 1. I believe this may be the final lap of the race. Jamison Howell starting to actually extend the gap between himself and Vernon. Vernon may know that it's just too late. He doesn't have... Oh, and Vernon gets really sideways coming over the top of the hill there. And, but he may just know there's not enough time left, and the win is going to go to probably Jamison Howell. Didn't see the flag yet. Everybody's still carrying speed, so we are still racing. Big wiggle out of the number 6, Vernon Harris. 4.1 second gap. You can see the front end damage there to Jamison Howell's car. Anthony Eli in that third position, trying to catch up with Vernon Harris. Does he have enough time to catch him, though? That is the question. Down the front stretch. Challenge here for position, second place. Eli Anthony trying to take second away from Vernon Harris and makes the pass. Vernon Harris not giving it up that easy, though. Vernon Harris trying to push hard that number 6 car, trying to take that position back before they get to that start-finish line for the last time. Meanwhile, out front, Jamison Howell headed for the start-finish line down the front stretch. Checkered flag, that's the checkered flag waving right there. It's a white flag, final lap. There is the final lap. Oh, that was the checkered flag. That was the checkered flag. So we've got our finishers. Probably Jamison Howell is going to take first place. Anthony Eli in the number 60 car is going to take second. Vernon Harris, the number 6, is going to take home third place. Ward Fisher going to take home fifth place. Top 10 and round off as Ditch Digger, Mike Heminger, Jamie the Sleeper Howell, Brent Grandpa Thompson, and Chad Okie Budman Thompson. Those are your top 10. Thanks for watching us here at the Lime Rock Park Road Course with the street stock races here at the Thunder Valley Racing League. We appreciate our fans showing up and watching the races. We really do. And we hope you had a good time watching just as much as I had a good time reporting on everything. We'll see you next time. Big shout out to RBC Trophies out of Stigler, Oklahoma, HHR Racing, the Little Village Soap Company. We'll see you next time. Get a win in life, and we will see you at the finish line.